The American dream is alive and well, but it's dying in our youth. If you don't have a dream, if you don't have a goal, you're that meandering river, right? You'll just end up where you end up. Can we turn that time on Instagram to give them a dream and a path? Have some type of goal, some type of dream, or beyond that, get on that dream.
This stuff actually works. You've created great wealth. You're an R360, and now it's about legacy. And we have a mutual friend, Craig Kielberger, who has been not once, twice, but like 4 times on Oprah, who got $10 million from Oprah at the age of 15 to help her with what she wanted to do in Africa. And I know you and your family are going to be meeting with him in Toronto, where he lives. But what do you want to do? And I didn't even mention that, you went from being in junior achievement in Miami to actually running one of the most successful junior achievement chapters in the United States. So you have been running that for a long time. You're in all kinds of schools, teaching kids entrepreneurship, financial literacy. You've done that for a long time. Tell me about what you want to do with Craig and about, you, Sissy, the family.
Sure. Yeah, it's it's not so much about wealth creation. That was bigger than I would have ever imagined in life. And I'm a builder. Travis is pretty much built. It's up to the next team to take it to the next level. They help big way to take it to this level. So 100% confident they're going to continue to grow and prosper. But for me, it's as you said, legacy and impact. Part of that is family. I'm a little bit like my dad that spent a lot of time building and not as much time when my kids were young. So I'm
Right.
hoping that, now they're in their 30s. And we've got 5 grandkids, and it's certainly trying to spend more time with them, but also creating a family legacy. And so we're doing family meetings and all that. Part of that, we came up with our family mission statement, which I cannot tell you what it is, but I can tell you what our family motto is. And that's what really is defining this last chapters of my life. Because everybody's got a mission statement. Nobody can recite it because it's all those big words that,
Right.
the adjectives fly high and blah, blah, blah. But our family motto is, you know what it is. You're smiling there. So, and that's good. You remember it. It's ho, ho, ho.
Yep.
And I think family mission statements can be summed up so simply. And for us, ho, 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 each word has meaning. The first word means help ourselves. And although some people may say that sounds self-centered, it's just the opposite. Until you help yourself, you can't help others. And
Right.
so we have a responsibility to educate, to take care of ourselves physically, mentally, and do everything that we can be to be self-sufficient and independent. I believe you get a lot of self-worth out of that. And so a lot of our giving, and I think junior achievement is about that. We're not giving them fish, we're teaching them to fish. And so our giving and our legacy, if you want to say a primary area that we want to focus on from a social perspective, is helping people help themselves through education, through other ways. And so more than just junior achievement, we're involved in a number of things
Right.
that are helping people. And the newest program with Craig, which I'll talk about in a second, is all about that.
And you've also had a passion for like taking plastics out of the ocean. Where did that come from?
That'll be the third part of
Oh, okay.
the ho, ho, ho. The second word means help others, help our family, help others. If everybody could take on themselves, we wouldn't need any charities. We'll never be
Right.
at that point, certainly not in our lifetime. So there is going to be people that need help from just basic sustenance, the Maslow hierarchy of needs, that are going to need the most basic needs. And so we give areas. We're helping with charity water to provide fresh water throughout the world. It's a solvable problem. More people got behind it. Uh, we could provide safe, clean drinking water, which helps. There's so many different avenues with just that one thing. People need to be fed. So we do a lot of things just to help others so that they can continue to get to a point where they can help themselves. And then the third word is help our planet. And I'm a boater. We are very fortunate to spend a good part of our annual time on a ship called the World that travels around the world.
So cool.
And
It's
that is so
so cool.
cool. It's, we're so blessed to be able to do that.
So you're literally spending, like, just to be clear, like 4 or 5 months on a boat with, I don't know, maybe 100 other, families that, are going around the world, and you guys vote every year where you wanna go, and you said at the beginning that you just love to travel. As a teenager, you went all over the country, and this gives you the ability to go on this adventure every year all around the world.
Every day. I mean, I feel like I never waste a day of my life when I'm on the world. Every day's a new day. It's not like a typical cruise ship where you're getting at 9, you're leaving at 5. Here, you're spending usually 2 full days. So you can get out, you can meet the people, you can have dinners, you can have impact, you can see the culture.
Wow.
You can use it as a launching point and go deeper into a country and then come back as it's in another port. Everybody on the ship, it's like picking up our 360 members, and
Sure.
everyone just would be fit right in.
You let Mark Moses stay in your place for a couple of weeks, and he liked it so much, he decided to
Yep,
join you.
no, we have another member that's getting on of our 360. They'll be on with us
Really?
next month. Yeah, we're looking forward to hosting them and showing them around. And so yeah, that's been phenomenal. But going back to the kind of the social aspect, it's that ho ho ho. Continuing to find ways to help people help themselves, helping others, and helping our planet.
Right,
So I'm on the board of Ocean Conservancy. That's the plastic side.
right,
When you travel on the world, for the most
so
part, you look at the oceans, say that they're
right,
pretty clean, but they're really not. And especially when you get into Indonesia and these other areas that are less developed, the amount of trash that goes into, I mean, you're just this pile of stuff that you're
right,
literally cruising through, and almost all of it's plastic. It would be better if it was all glass because it would sink to the bottom. It's inert, it really doesn't have any impact. But plastics break down in size to everybody's heard the term microplastics and small
sure,
plastics. They get ingested, they get into the food system, they kill fish. Ghost gear, huge problem. All this fishing gear, people have these nets and they become tangled. The fishermen just cut it and they just float in the water. They entangle fish. They kill all kinds of things. So forget about the whole global warming issue. There's just a huge, huge issue with something that nobody can say is not
pollution.
man-made.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just pollution. All of these are solvable issues.
right.
It just needs the proper attention. I don't think anybody, if they saw somebody dump a bunch of plastic in the ocean, would say, "Oh, good for you. That's a good, smart thing to do."
Yeah. And tell me about this thing that you're thinking about now. What's that project about?
Well, I bet you, Charlie, you had a dream and you had a goal, I bet, early in your life. I don't know what it was, but you had one, right?
Yeah,
And I had one. And when I ask kids nowadays, what's your dream? I get a lot of blank stares. The dreams you do get are the ones that probably aren't going to be realistic, where I want to be a movie star, a football player, basketball star, whatever. It's probably not the dream. It's great that they have one, but that probably isn't something that they may be able to actually attain very easily. At least they have a dream.
yeah,
Yet still, I think if you go to other countries, people still believe in the American dream. They want to come to America. Forget
yeah,
about all the noise. We're still a country of immigrants. We're still going to have a lot of immigration. We're still going to, thank God, we're going to have growth because it's not going to come from natural born citizens. It'll
yeah,
come from some form of immigration. But forget about that. People are here. We have our U.S. citizens, and the American dream. I think is alive and well, but it's dying in our youth.
mm,
What we want to do, we call it my dream, my path, and to get kids to inspire to have dreams again, and provide the path for them to attain that dream or beyond that, get on that dream. And so, simply put, if you look at 80% of our poverty is a result of 20% of our zip codes. We know where the issues are.
right.
Those same kids are spending on average 7 hours on their phone. TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, whatever.
What? You know my kids?
So,
Uh,
7 hours.
yeah.
I'm bad. I'm like 3.5. I think that's awful. But 7. Can we take a piece of that time and can we turn that time on Instagram to give them a dream and a path? And so the idea is to build short vignettes initially from people that look like them, that
Mhm.
live in their towns, that were them at their age at some point, and they became a nurse, they became a plumber, they became a criminologist, they became a video editor, they became
Right.
whatever. But to inspire through short vignettes and stories from people that they can identify with. And then, I don't know, we're in the early stages of all
Right.
this to build it up so that not only can they get inspiration and maybe get a dream, but also then a path to actually achieve it. And so we're working on this. I don't know. We're in the sausage making. Will it take off? Will it not? I don't know. But it's back to where you were saying. We want to inspire that spark, and we think that we can build something that can reignite the American dream and provide an opportunity for students, kind of more in that middle school and senior high school, to have a dream. Because if you don't have a dream, if you don't have a goal, you're that meandering river, right? You'll just end up where you end up. And that may be fine for some, but if we can get more people to have some type of goal, some type of dream, I believe we'll be a better country for it. I believe that the individuals will be better for it, and they'll be working on that first word of ho 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 of helping ourselves so that they can become self-sufficient and building self-esteem.
One of the most powerful books I've read. It's called Inside the Magic Shop by James Dottie. His father was in prison. His mother was clinically depressed. He was an F student. And in 1968, 14 years old, and he's riding on his bike and he sees a magic shop and in a new like strip mall. So he goes and the owner wasn't there. There was an older lady, looked a little like a hippie, and it was actually the mother of the guy running it and taught him how to meditate and how to dream and how to basically program your subconscious mind by first relaxing and then saying that whatever you wanted to manifest as dream, it was for a good purpose, very loving, to help others. And then you project into the future and spend about 10 minutes really thinking with your five senses. Okay, I'm there. I've created this. What does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And by doing it, he started doing this and and the next thing you know, he goes from being an F student to actually graduating. He didn't get into any college because of his grades, but he showed up and he begged and he got in. And then next thing you know, the guy then gets into medical school. And then the next thing you know, he is a brain surgeon at Stanford University. And then next thing you know, he's dreaming of bring like peace and altruism to the world. The next thing you know, he starts the Dalai Lama Center at Stanford. And it's an amazing book. And you see what people, oh, you got to have a dream. But this stuff actually works.
Right.
It really does. And, even R360 came through during the middle of the pandemic. I had this dream of if we could get individuals like you and others that have created great wealth, but generosity of spirit is in their bones, and they want to go down, really making an impact in the world and take their entrepreneurial grit that you talked about and transform not a business, but the world and the country they live in. And that all happened like in the middle of the pandemic. I was like, you're retired. Like, what are you crazy? You're nuts. And